I'm Airyus, and so far, I still haven't been caught. Yup, that's right. I've been stalking top players and learning all their secrets. Today, we're trying to listen in on a conversation with a two-hander grand champion. And that's pretty rad, especially since I'm playing Khajiit Nomad as a two-hander. Yeah. Keep on watching, and we'll learn these secrets together. But first, shout out of the week goes out to White Ride. I gladly accept your guild challenge, my friend, and you can count on me as one more subscriber. Cheers. Hello, my friend, it's Airyus. What should I call you?
You can just call me Sammy, like my Blades name.
Sammy, what's up, dude?
Yeah, I'm on vacation right now. We're like 1 week off school, so it's all pretty relaxed right now.
Well, you know what? I'm very, very excited to have you on today. Thank you for joining.
It's my first time being on an interview on like a YouTube video or something, so also pretty excited.
I gotta ask, man, first question. How did you find Blades?
So I think I just saw it on the App Store. I was looking for like some kind of game. Yeah, it just popped up like a commercial or something on the App Store. I was playing a lot of Skyrim at that time. I didn't use any mods or something, but I used to just play a lot of Skyrim. Yeah, I was excited to see that Elder Scrolls has a mobile version. I'm kind of a fan of mobile gaming, like more complex games. I was excited to see it.
It's interesting that you say that. One, you say you're a fan of mobile gaming versus big complex games. Did I hear that right?
Yeah, so I used to play Vainglory for a long time. It's like League of Legends, but for mobile. But they actually closed down the servers, so I had to look for something new. I had no idea Elder Scrolls got a mobile version, so yeah, it was a no-brainer for me to get it and play the storyline and everything.
You're the fourth person to say that you're a Skyrim player too.
Yeah, I guess it's no surprise when you stick that long to Blades that you also have a background coming from Skyrim.
In regards to Elder Scrolls Blades, can you tell us what do you like the most and what do you like the least?
Yeah, so what I like the most would have to be Arena. And in the beginning, it wasn't Arena. I really enjoyed playing the storyline. And I was very sad to see it end so early, you know. I kind of put that frustration into Arena. It took me a long time to actually win a match.
I think that's the PvP journey for a lot of us, you know. We start doing dungeons and quests and, hey, what's this Arena thing? And then you go in there and you just get your butt kicked like bad. And then all of a sudden you're like, man, this ain't fun at all, you know?
Yeah, and the problem was I had the wrong strategy in the beginning because I even Googled advice on Arena, you know. They were saying that you have to go full stamina in the Arena, so you can use dodges and stuff to avoid more damage, and that's what I did in the beginning. I had only stamina on the armor, everything. You know, I just died instantly because I had no health. It was my first guild I was in. It was Dragon's Bane Ignited, and they kind of told me to go full health on the armor at least.
Have you ever tried, or do you even have a Warlock's ring?
I found Warlock's ring in season 9. Yeah, that's when I got Grand Champion. That's where I got Warlock's ring. In the beginning, I didn't even try it that much in the Arena because there was a tournament going on. The timing is so different, you know. If you want to play two-handed, you always have to keep in mind that when you have the comparison between two-handed without Warlock's ring and with Warlock's ring, there's not really two opinions, it's just way better. In the beginning, I thought maybe it's not even better because you lose damage per hit, but when you stun someone and you can get one extra hit in.
So the Warlock's ring is the king for two-handers. I definitely tell the difference. If that first swing I could get a crit, I'm taking down skellies in 1 or 2 hits.
Crits matter a lot on two-handed weapons. Yeah, I'd say it's the most important thing about using two-handed weapons. Like the timing and stuff and how many hits you can get in, these are the basics, you know. You can figure that out on your own, and I think everyone does. But the crit timing, that's pure muscle memory. You just have to train that. Yeah, get it off consistently. One big advice I can give to two-handed players when they want to improve their crit rate is to not pay attention to the graphic, the circle. Because when you have high ping, the circle is delayed. You have to feel the the timing. So when I play against Muscle, for example, I consistently have 200 ping. If I looked at the timing on the circle, I would never get a crit. Use the timing in your muscle memory and not look at the screen.
Okay, that's really good advice. I also heard in another interview that the crit is bugged. Is that still true? Have you noticed that?
Earlier, you were asking what I don't like about the game, and that would have to be the number one thing I don't like about the game. It's crit bug. So basically what happens is that in some matches, your crits just don't count. You get the circle lighting up. You know, if that happens, you have the timing right. I was talking about how the circle is delayed, but when the circle lights up in the way it does when you get a crit, you have the timing right. So what happens when you have crit bug is the circle lights up. It doesn't deal 500 damage or 400 as usual.
Good to know. And, you know, we're talking about offense here. I think it's important to talk about defense too. As a two-hander, if you get that good block, I see you attack cancel hella fast, bro. How do you do that?
Obviously, it's an important part of my playstyle. How I do it is basically, in the game tutorial, they say swipe down to cancel an attack. But what I do is I swipe up just a tiny bit and then swipe down. Because somehow that makes the movement more consistent. When I was just swiping down, a lot of the time the swing would go off anyways. But I think when you go up a little before going down, it makes it more precise. At the end of the day, when I do it that way, it never goes off when it's not supposed to.
If you were going to go back in time and you only had 5 seconds to tell your noob self playing Blade a piece of advice, what would you tell yourself?
I think I would tell myself to try to learn attack cancelling earlier, because it was a game changer for me. At this point, people are aware of it, so they don't fall for it that easily anymore, but it's still a threat, because when you never cancel, they will attack. They know you're not going to block.
It's huge. It has a huge effect. I mean, when I first learned about the overhead swing, I was like, wow, that's another move I could use to trick people. But with attack cancel, man, everyone knows that you can attack cancel, but not everyone is good at it.
It's pretty easy to do it against Stalking, for example, because you can concentrate on it. But in a fight where everything happens very fast or you have to pay attention to 3 other things, it's not as easy anymore because you have to do it fast. You can't mess up and you can't concentrate that much on the movement, for example.
So how do you train it, bro?
Just try it out in Arena, you know? The first few days when I was trying to make it a part of my play, it failed, of course, but you just have to keep trying. That's part of the process. At some point, you'll have it in your muscle memory too, so that's really all it comes down to.
Guess what Khajiit Nomad's gonna learn how to do? I even put a two-hander on Airyus.
Like I can show you, I can send you a match where I don't have Warlock's ring on, so people can see the difference when I have Warlock's ring on and when I don't.
Do you tend to favor breaching weapons more, or draining weapons, or elemental weapons?
I guess you could say that my favorite weapons are the non-elemental ones. When I win with Frost, I always think I only won because of the conditioning effect of the Frost weapon, you know, because in my opinion, Frost is pretty OP. It also has a lot of bugs and problems attached to it. I don't really enjoy playing Frost.
I've heard that before. Someone who doesn't use Frost and still wins. I mean, that just goes to show the level of skill that player has.
As a two-handed player, you have the Nord, so you have extra Frost resistance, but still, for me, Frost is the most annoying element to play against. What happens sometimes is when you're taking a swing at someone and you're charging the swing and someone conditions you, and the condition, while you're still charging the swing, it will set back your swing. So when you look at it frame by frame, what you see is the circle jumps from big to small as soon as the condition kicks in. So sometimes what happens is the whole attack just gets cancelled. When you're not going for a crit, for example, and you just want a fast hit and the circle gets smaller all of a sudden, you can go back to the red circle, and in that case, the swing won't go off.
You gotta tell me, bro, what are your 2 favorite go-to secondaries for offense?
That would have to be PDIA. It's physical damage ignores opponent's armor rating. Obviously, it's perfect for non-elemental weapons because you don't have to inflict a condition or anything. It's just extra damage, basically. But what many players don't know is that it doesn't get multiplied by the crit multiplier. So what happens when you get a crit is your damage gets multiplied but the PDIA doesn't count as damage in that case.
So stacking PDIA isn't really a must-have as a two-hander? Question mark? Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is. It's the most effective. Even if you play elemental weapons, I think it's the best. And if you want to get two perfect secondaries, you would have to go for PDIA and EDIR, in my opinion.
Interesting. Well, that's good perspective, man. And I appreciate you sharing that. And you know, I'm very thankful that you don't mind sharing your secrets too. And I'm sure there's a lot of other folks that will be thankful as well. I know early in the interview, you were kind of finding your way into PvP. The first thing you mentioned that helped you was joining a guild. That is something I highly encourage because I see a lot of comments and from folks saying, you know, it's hard to PvP. You know, I asked them, are you in a guild? And a lot of them say no. And I think it's very important that people find other people that know how to PvP if you want to learn. And in your journey, was there anybody in particular, or any groups of people in particular that helped you out?
Yeah, so that would have to be my current guild, Akatosh Empire, and even my former Grand Master. He's now in Akatosh. So in the first guild I was in, he helped me a lot in terms of free health and all that stuff. Honestly, like when it comes to two-handed play, I figured everything out on my own, basically. Every build decision I made, how much stamina to go for, what secondaries, what types of armor and everything. That's all like a product of my experience playing the game. The game's not just about numbers and stuff. It's also about having a nice community, about having people you can chat with, you know. In that aspect, Akatosh has been amazing. I met a lot of great people there, especially our guild master Naria is doing a great job there and organizing everything. Yeah, we also have events going on where we just hop on voice chat and stream and stuff. Very nice.
That's awesome, man. And anyone who promotes community and how the community enhances your gameplay, thank you for doing that because that's really all I'm trying to do, man.